that's right, I gotta take this off. Hold on. Okay, there we go. You can probably kind of see me right now. Well, we'll change. Hold on. It's good. Sonic Animations too. How are we doing, man? Ooh. It's good. River Speed Official. Rever Speed Official? How you doing, man? That fell. Okay. How are we doing today, guys? Hold up. Got 4 people in here now. Nice, nice. How's it going? Good. How about you, Roy Rocky 237? All right. Hold up. There might be a little bit of lag. Is that better? Hopefully. How we doing today, guys? Guys, should I play Truth or Dare with Reverse Speed Official? Let's go Truth. And cooking in 3D Blender? Nice. Hopefully that turns out well for you. How many hours have you slept? Oh, today? Or ever? Probably half my life, if ever, but, today it was, like, 7 hours, 8 hours, just about, so, yeah. I realize a lot of people are probably, like, in church today, so maybe it wasn't the best time to do this, especially, like, now, because I know a lot of people along this, especially along the Pacific coast, are probably... Today, yeah, it was, like, 7 or 8 hours, probably. But yeah, I'm sure, like, a lot of people along, especially along, like, the Pacific coast and then the Mountain Time area are probably in church right now, so... Timed it just a little bit poorly, especially because I had plans yesterday, so I couldn't really do much today. But, yeah, this turned out fine so far, so... That's all I can ask for. I don't go to church, but I'm still Christian. Yeah. Nice. I was gonna grab something over here. Oh, yeah. The new wave of Sonic figures is out now, I saw. Just the normal Martin Sonic 4-inch figures. Because I was at GameStop yesterday, and I went to Walmart this morning. And I saw Classic Amy and Classic Tails. Which I feel like I'm gonna have to get those ones, right? Because I need more classic figures to display over here, especially 4-inch classic figures. So I feel like Amy would be more so a priority. But then alongside those is also an SBO re-release as well as a Sonic re-release. But the thing about Sonic is, if you've been paying attention to the Sonic figure world right now, he comes with the soap shoes. And I didn't see Soap Shoe Sonic at the Walmart. I saw him at the GameStop. So obviously, I I had to go pick him up. I had to, chat. I don't have him in my possession at this moment right now because he's kind of a reward for like lawn mowing and stuff like that. But so maybe by the end of today I'll have him, and then I can get started on a review or something like that. Regardless, that's so really cool. I really hope he stands because I've been hearing like the 3-pack that also came with the Jack's Werehog. It doesn't really stand all that well. So hopefully it stays. Do you think Disney will get clapped by Megan 2 in the box office? Absolutely not. I don't think there's any situation where Disney could be beaten out by Blumhouse. It could very well happen. I'm not doubting that there's no possibility. I'm not doubting that there's a possibility, but I think it's far less likely. A lot of 3D test animations with Sonic in them. Nice. Like the stream if you've not yet already. Guys, the channel is actually doing pretty good right now. We've been gaining like, I want to say, within the past like couple days, we've gained like 50 subscribers, which is awesome. Obviously, views are going up, as well as watch time, so that's wonderful. Thank you all for liking, subscribing, watching, turning on notifications, stuff like that. Actually, not a lot of people turn on notifications from what I've seen because I was looking back at the Sonic Funko Pop video, which has like 800 something views right now, which is actually pretty good for the past for being almost dormant for the past couple months. But regardless, I feel like that actually did really well. Anyway, there was like only 24 viewers who actually came from a notification, so. I guess I gotta say to turn on notifications more often, especially because there's 3,300 of you guys out there now. Thank you for 3.3K, obviously, but also there's 33,000 of you out there, 3,300 of you out there. Sonic 1, Sonic, Sonic 1, Sonic. Do you know the way? Interesting. Can you give me an idea for my next 3D Sonic animation? I have always wanted to see what that figure 8 that he does in like Sonic Prime and stuff like that would look like running across like water. And it would also be a good way to test out your Blender water physics if you haven't yet done that already. Or if Blender even supports water. I have water physics. or liquid in general. I have no clue. So maybe that would be a cool thing to test out, just like him running along the water. Sonic foot tapping animation would be good. Yeah, that too. That would also be pretty good. Mine's a lot more complicated. Because I know how much of not fun it is to deal with water within 3D modeling platforms. So, and 3D rendering platforms as well. But yeah. And we're down to 2 viewers, chat. Nah, more people will come in eventually. Anyway, so obviously I had to pick him up. I feel like it was a pretty good purchase, maybe. I don't know. But, yeah. I'm not sure if I want to take him out of the box, though. Obviously, I want to make a review and a video talking about the figure itself. But I don't think I could do that without taking him out of the box, you know? But still, I made a Digital Circus video as a Purple Crocodile, a fan video. Nice. It's awesome. Are there new episodes out? I've only seen like 4 of them out. Like I think I saw episode 4, and then that was it. I'm not sure if there's any more that have been released because the way my sister mainly watches them is on Netflix because they're being shown there. So I have no clue if there's a new episode out or not. And if so, I have to go alert her immediately. Every time I have to load Sonic Grid, my PC lags. Ah, that's too bad. You gotta get a better PC. If just the rig itself is what makes the PC lag, I don't know if that's like standard or not, but like It seems like you need to get a new PC then, or at least a higher end one so that I can actually support that if you want to continue doing the Blender stuff. Dude, I feel tired, but like, I'm not. No, I'm not tired. Just like kind of iffy. Like, you know how you feel when you're about to start getting sick or when you're coming out of a sickness? It's kind of how I feel right now. But otherwise, not too much. Like, quality-wise, has really changed. Wow. Getting the blanket out. I'm cold. Yeah. This is a vibe. So what do you guys want to talk about today? I know there hasn't really been a lot of Sonic news to talk about. I've pretty much covered it in like videos already. So, Sonic Rise of Metal Sonic 2 is 3D. Nice. Again, obviously, there's not a bunch of new information when it comes to Sonic stuff. Maybe revitalization of certain topics, but I'm not sure if we want to like recover them because I know a lot of them that we've covered before. So yeah, all that is to say there's not a lot to talk about today. And if you could please like the stream again, I need those likes up so that more people watch. But yeah, though, I have nothing to talk about today. So we could just hang out. We could talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, whether it be just like certain piece of news you want to talk about, discussion. Because I remember one of the streams that we did. It was a few months ago. We got into a like 40-minute discussion about Sonic Prime. That was like one of the best conversations I've had with you guys like ever. That was so fun. I would love to do another thing like that. Or like a debate, too. We could do a debate. I am Devron. What's good, that one Sonic fan? What's good, Devron? D-Tinger? I have no clue how to say that. I also, like, can't reach, so. How you guys doing today? Ow. Let's go. 5 people in here now. If you just joined, like the stream. Ow. Good? Nice. Cool. I'm doing cold right now, so that's why I have the blanket. Please, can you give me more ideas, please? Well, Well, I gave you my idea, so you could kind of like test out your water physics in Blender, but I guess Sonic running around a loop would be cool. Cozy, and I'm alright. Nice. Like the stream, I see 7 people in here now, 3 likes, 6 people, 3 likes, so let's get that number up. I know for a fact that one of those likes is me, so I'm at a sleepover and I can't believe I'd ever say this, but I want to go home. Oh, dang, that's too bad, man. You should call your parents or something, or your guardian, or whoever you have, and just, like, call them. Just, like, make an excuse, say, like, I don't know, like, I feel kind of sick. Dude, I've been working out for the past 2 months, and now I have a 6-pack. Nice. That's awesome, man. Love that. See, me, I don't work out. Unless you count eating as working out. I'm not that bad, but I have been losing a little bit of weight recently, so working out. Yeah, I know what you meant. And now we're back down to 3 people. Alright. Well, if one of you guys wants to chime in with a discussion topic, we can totally talk about that. Because again, I need to go back and scroll and read that. Like, dog, I feel like I'm in prisons. A prison's not the sleepover? Ah, oh, dang, dude, I'm sorry. But yeah, you should totally, like, call your parents, guardian, whatever. And then just tell them, like, can I go home? And then they'll probably pick you up. Maybe, I have no clue. But yeah. That's too bad. And we're back down to 2 people. It just randomly spikes. I don't know what, like, causes it. I think one of my parents will be here soon. That's good. But yeah, the viewers just, like, randomly spike. Most of the time it stays at, like, 2 to 4 people. And then sometimes it spikes like it did with, like, 7 people. And then it goes down. I don't know what causes or fixes it. Whether I say, like, a specific word and then YouTube just, like, pushes it out to a bunch of people. But who knows? Who knows? I don't know personally, but who knows? I'll have to ask someone about that, whether it be someone who, like, live streams on YouTube for a little bit. What's good, Ultra 404? How we doing today, man? Wow. Dude, I still love the Sonic Movie 3 figures. They're so nice. If only I had Super Shadow and Gerald. Ah, dang it. I knew this wouldn't stay. I need a new Super Sonic figure. That's what I need. Or maybe I'll just work with the normal Sonic figure. He's kind of cooler, at my personal opinion. You know what would be really fun is if we'd, like, try to get the figures to do, like, Yui Kawa poses. Your calendar's April still? Yeah, I know. Chat, should I change that right now? I feel like I should. I like, am the weirdest person when it comes to calendars, because I, like, always get a new one for each year, but I never update it. My birthday's in 2 days? Nice. Alright. Can be turning 13. Nice. And I also forgot to mark off 4 days. Hold on. Okay. Is that a relatable situation, guys? Oh, Super Sonic and Super Shadow. Alright, then May 4th. Not only is it the first quarter of the moon, but it's also Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Have you guys been playing the new Fortnite season? It's so tough. I love it. Like, I wish I could just play it all the time. And I'm at, like, level 15 right now. I know there's probably, like, a bunch of people who already have the stuff. But I just can't, like, find specific things that the quests want me to do. Like, complete all the story missions. And that gives me, like, a general area as to where all those story missions are. I have no clue! Like, where do you want me to search for those? I don't... Like, oh, just go here. Yeah, you'll find it somewhere. Like, come on. Is it working now? Is it working now? Chat. Okay, whew. That's good. Because I didn't want to... Sorry, guys. Something just lagged and then boom. Everything just stopped. So, I saw one person leave. Who was it? Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, sometimes that happens. So, that's good. It was stuck like 30 seconds behind. Yeah, okay. That has happened a couple times. I don't know what causes it, nor how I can stop it. Like, completely stop it. Why does... Super Sonic looks neon yellow in this. Am I crazy? It doesn't matter. Anyway, but yeah, that sometimes happens. I have no clue how to control it, how to fix it, how to stop it. No clue. So just gotta keep on keeping on. And if that means I have to start a completely new stream, it will happen. Bro, I can never convince my friend to play any other games. He always plays Fortnite. Dude, tell him to play a Sonic game. There are some free ones he can find, like Sonic 3 Air. That doesn't cost anything. You can just get the ROM of Sonic 3 and then boom to boom to boom. Is Chris's trailer coming out? I don't remember. So, how do I get moderator? Oh, hold on. And this is something that I completely forgot to do. I have been forgetting to do, sorry. Once I get monetized, I will implement a new system where you can pay to be moderator. The original Legacy people, who I'm going to call the Legacy moderators, are probably still going to keep their status. But from then on, if you would like to be a moderator, you gotta pay. Like, I know that's like iffy, but like, I gotta give you guys some kind of reward if you're gonna pay to get stuff, so it doesn't really matter to me. Like, if you guys want to be moderator, just pay like $1 a month, pay $5. I haven't set specific prices for anything yet, but I know generally what I want to do, so yeah. Chat, I'm a broke boy. Dang. So does this mean I have to set it at a lower price? So instead of paying, you'd be paying what? $60 a year for a SanicBoi membership just to be moderator. You'd be paying $12. I like Big Macs. You know, I'm a big hamburger guy. I've never actually had a Big Mac. Are they any good? Like, I have McDoubles. Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper. I have McDoubles, like plain ones with ketchup, but I don't have I don't have the Big Macs. Yes, really. Sonic Rumble is testing my patience. Dude, for real. Can we talk about that real quick? Is the Rise of N free trailer coming out in June? No, but voice recording is starting then for the entire project, so yeah. Anyway, can we talk about that real quick? Sonic Rumble. Again, you guys have probably seen the video. It's got like 1,000 views. Again, thank you for that. But yeah. They definitely fumbled with Rumble. That is a bar right there. I love that. You know what else is testing my patience? What? GTA. Dude! What are the odds that literally 2 of the games that I'm excited for that I know about have both been delayed within a couple of days of each other? Isn't that crazy? Bro, we're gonna get GTA 6 before Sonic Rumble at this point? Absolutely, dude. Honestly, I think Sonic Rumble is just dead. Low-key. I don't think there's any coming back from this. I feel like you can't just give a promised release date and then say, we're going to take that release date away, you'll get it when you get it, and then, yeah, everyone else can still play. What? That's ridiculous! Imagine if, like, a big game... Imagine if they did that with Sonic Extra Generations. Guys, how many times has bro been live? More than 60, but this is the 60th, like, Saturday live stream. That's taking place on Sunday. But still. It's actually a little more than 60. I know it's been a little more than 60, but because I do reactions and stuff like that. But yeah, it has just been, it's been at least 60. I thought it was out in December a few weeks ago. Dude, I feel like that was what it was supposed to be, is released in December. But then it got delayed. Because there's no way they wouldn't want to put it out alongside Sonic Movie 3, right? That'd be like perfect cross promotion. They even played Sonic Rumble trailers at screenings of Sonic Movie 3. I'm about to tell my friends to sub. Let's go. Anyway, yeah, they showed Sonic Rumble commercials at movie theaters during Sonic Movie 3 screenings. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, then they pushed it back to May 8th, which we all thought that was a placeholder date, but no, that was actually the release date this entire time. And then a couple days ago, they just delayed it. They put a new placeholder date, but they already said that that's not going to be the official date. And that placeholder date is July 31st, 2025. It could be before that. It could be later than that, too. So, yeah. How great is that? And everyone else can still play it. Say gotta go fast in Sonic voice, please? Okay. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. There, is that good? There wasn't exactly a Sonic voice, but, like, that's the voice it was kind of my Sonic voice. That's the voice I'm going to be doing for the film, I believe, so, yeah. Anyway, everyone else can still play it. Why don't you just release it over here? Especially because it's in a playable state. I saw someone, like defending the delay. Like, obviously, I think, in theory, the delay is a good thing, right? There's no one arguing against that, right? The fact that it's been announced for a year and it still ain't out is ridiculous. Dude, and it's a mobile game. It's a mobile game. And it's still not out after a year. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I have no problem with defending the delay, like, in theory. But in practice and with all of the events that have transpired before the delay, yeah, no, I don't think so. Yeah, and they try to defend it without considering those other options, which is just... It's ridiculous. They even said, like, something along the lines of, I don't think you should be considered... I don't think you're worthy of calling yourself a Sonic fan if you're complaining about the delay. It's so ridiculous. I am not saying that. I am not saying that. I do have the right to not say whatever you guys want me to say in the Sonic voice. Yeah, got that crunch to it. Ever since 3 months ago, my channel hasn't gotten any subs. You need to start posting a lot of content, is what I'm saying. That's what I did. Obviously, of course, I have a little bit more of the mastery of the YouTube system, obviously, because I got like 3.3K within like 3 years, so that's cool. But regardless, I feel like that's still something you can do. Chat. I recommend posting. Yeah, shorts. Shorts can get like a lot of engagement for your channel as well. Cause it's a lot easier to go viral in shorts than it is like just normal videos, and that's been like the same for any short video service like TikTok or Instagram Reels or Facebook Reels, I think is what theirs is called. But yeah, though, it's always been easier to do that. It takes a lot more work with like a long form content, but short form, definitely, it's a lot easier. I need to upload again. My motivation is awful though. All it took for me is just like clear out the stuff on my phone, then I'm boom, 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 new video. I didn't have motivation when my phone was almost at complete storage though. What happened to the Ian Flynn video? What happened was, it was a combination of things. One, if anyone knows me in like personal life, I like to procrastinate. Second of all, I like to procrastinate. Third of all, I was running out of storage on my phone. So recording was becoming a little more of a hassle, making it so I really only had enough space to record news videos, and that was pretty much it. And then, boom. Then we get to where we are today, where I'm actually pumping out videos, but then I completely forgot about the script, which the script is actually, it is all written, like, it's in a fully written state. I could, like, post it as a Google Doc, and you all could read the script right now. It's completely finished. I just haven't recorded it yet. And now that I'm thinking about it, from what I can remember of the script, because I haven't read in, like, a few weeks, but from what I can remember of the script, it's very whiny. I don't... There's something in me that says I probably shouldn't post a video using the script. Like, at all. I don't think. And I think that's mostly just for the fact of, these are short-term issues for what many consider to be for a long-term franchise. things that'll probably get fixed within the next game, things that'll probably get fixed within a few months of, like, even now, I'm sure. Like, if there actually is a Heroes remake coming this year, then it's definitely, like, well, maybe the issues won't be fixed, because they talk as if they write stuff. Like, Sonic X Generations, that was probably written, like, 2023, probably. So 2024's issues are actually 2023's issues. So if we're looking at 2025, that's probably 2024's issues, or 2023 even, depending on how long the thing's been worked on. But regardless, I don't think a lot of the stuff was good faith at all. So if I am going to do the Ian Flynn video, I need to do it from a place of good-heartedness and not just hate and stuff like that. It wasn't like a hateful video, right? But you think we're gonna get a new mainline game next year since it's the 35th anniversary? They would be stupid not to do that. Like, absolutely. In fact, I think we might even be getting like Sonic Adventure 2 and 1 and 2 remakes, and that comes from the Sonic Show video that released. That's where my opinion on that comes from. I genuinely believe that leak. Like, there's no way they're not gonna do that, and then maybe even 2027 as well could be that whole thing as well. SanicBoi hits 1 million subscribers before GTA 6. Very possibly, very possibly. There's always a chance. There's always a chance. But, yeah. I feel like it would be smart to do, because 35th anniversary, it would be the 25th anniversary of the, it would be the 25th anniversary of Sonic Adventure 2. So it would be smart to do the remakes next year. And then maybe have a Sonic Heroes remake this year. What was that video where he reacted to Chris? I don't know what you're talking about. Sonic Animations, I don't know what you're talking about. But, what was I saying? What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. Anyway, it would be really smart to do a Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 remakes next year. I feel like. Because this next game, from all, like, Kishimoto tweets that we got during 2022, 2023, I feel like he's been really gearing up for an adventure title, as well as the multiple different instances in the franchise of things from the adventure games being brought back, such as, like, the Chow having a really big focus recently, or even, like, the Sonic Riders boards being reintroduced as kind of like a Crossworlds tease, because that can guarantee you that's what that was for. They knew when those comics were going to release, as well as when Crossworlds will release, so they want to have that little cross promotion there. So yeah, regardless, I feel like there's also gameplay elements that are coming back, such as like the spin dash. I think I think all signs are kind of like pointing to some sort of remake of the adventure titles. Sonic Rise event free announcement trailer, that's already out. That's already out. You can go look at that on Chris's channel. But yeah, I think everything, if we don't get a Heroes remake this year, and as well as Crossworlds, I feel like we are gearing up for Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 remakes next year. And then after that, Sonic Adventure 3. I really think so. Like that leak from the Sonic Show video about talking about the 5-year plan after Sonic Frontiers or after 2022. Definitely. It got like pretty much everything right except for 2 things. The Mario and Sonic game, as well as the I don't know what the other one was. But regardless, it's been right about pretty much everything. So, and obviously things could change within that 5-year plan, because I don't think Crossworlds is mentioned anywhere on that. So, obviously, I feel like things could change, but I think it's very likely. I played Sonic Adventure 2 the first few months back. It was it would be awesome to get, I can't read. I have, like, verbal dyslexia, so, the ending to Sonic Adventure 2 is probably the best ending to any Sonic game. I would say so. I feel like they did a really good job with Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. And what I mean by verbal dyslexia is, for those of you who haven't noticed, or for those of you who are fans of the SanicBoi channel and haven't noticed, I do not talk very well on camera, do I? Like, there are certain instances where I can go on for, like, a really long time and speak fluently and correctly. But there are instances where I just kind of, like, slur my words, or I just, like, go a little too quick and then things sound, like, different. Like, there's this one outtake from a video. There's this one outtake out of a video. I believe it was talking about the Sonic Central, where it was at not the best price point, though, is what I was trying to say. And I said it. You could definitely make out that that's what I was saying, especially if you were told that's what I was saying. But I sounded like I had a Scottish accent. I'm not joking. That's exactly what it sounded like. Is your favorite color green? Yeah, how'd you know? Like, yeah, how'd you figure that one out? But yeah, it's I sound like I have a Scottish accent. At not the best price point though, or something along that lines. The cup, the wall. What? No, there's nothing there. You can't see anything. So, yeah, though. I sound like I had a Scottish accent. I think I might have deleted the video. At not the best price point though, is kind of what I sounded like. Please give me ideas to start my second movie. I can't come up with any ideas. Well, dude, I don't know. That's the most I gotta say. Oh, hold up. That's the most I gotta say about that is I don't know. So, but yeah. So I call it verbal dyslexia because I can read perfectly fine in my head and I can like read out like individual letters. I have no problem with that. What I have a problem is actually verbalizing the words. And sometimes they'll come out slurred, sometimes they'll come out like I have a completely different accent, or sometimes they won't just come out, they just won't come out at all. So, I also repeat things a lot as well. I think that might just be more so my memory and wanting to keep a conversation that flows. But then in doing that, instead of taking a big pause, I just recite what I already said. Because I know I've already done that like multiple times throughout this live stream. I know that for a fact that I have been doing that. But, yeah, it's just kind of annoying. Especially when you have to, like, record a video. Because what oftentimes happens is that I will say something incorrectly, and then that messes me up for, like, the entire recording beforehand. Like, because I don't just do, like, one big one-shot. I do, like, record this specific section, then record this specific section, then record this specific section, which now that I think about it would probably be a lot easier on me if I just did one big take, but it's just that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anyway, maybe I'll try that next video, but we'll see. Anyway, so oftentimes when I mess something up, that's just one big recording gone there, and then I have to redo it, and sometimes it takes me like minutes upon minutes to try and finally get it right, especially when I'm dealing with things like my intro. But before I get into that though, if you don't know who I am, hi, I'm SanicBoi, just song news reviews and sometimes video essays, and if you could, please like and subscribe, because we're trying to 4,000 subscribers whenever we do that, and like really hit me on the algorithm. Also, I live stream every Saturday at 11 a.m. PST and 2 p.m. EST. Please just come check it out. We always have so much fun. Do you see how I kind of like that was one of the examples of me getting it on the first try. But do you see how, in order to do so, I kind of, like, slur my words just a little bit, as well as, make things not as clear? Please make sure to subscribe, because we're trying to 4,000 subscribers. Whenever we do that, and it'll actually help me on the algorithm. I, like, take out vowels occasionally, as, like, we always... I don't say we always, I say we always. That is, like, the closest to what I've been saying is we always. That's, like, really what it's been. Like, because obviously the context clues from the rest of the sentence, you're obviously able to deduce that what I'm saying is always, but what it sounds like is always, or please come check it out. We always, like, it's not a word. It's not a word. But somehow it comes out sounding just fine, I guess. And I don't know if it sounds like completely different to you guys. But it's just so weird. Especially when you're trying to get stuff right. Especially with pronunciation. Because in this day and age, you can really get clipped for saying anything. So pronunciation is, like, really important. Especially when you're bringing up specific points, specific topics. So, when I have a mouth such as mine, is the intro hard to do? Well, not in theory. Obviously, you guys just a couple minutes ago, you just saw me do it like within the first try. But you know how Speed Supersonic at the end of his videos, he always rushes that whole. And make sure to check it out. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye. And then he kind of like rushes it just a little bit. That's kind of what I do, except what I try to do is the opposite. Also, the worst part about this is that because I'm trying so hard on my pronunciation, my face does not emote. I'm not joking. My face does not emote. I have no clue if you guys have like really seen me when I do the intro, but yeah. Sonic Rise of Metal Sonic 2 plot after Sonic's death. Metal Sonic gets another life. Nice. Lol, I never understands what he's... Dude, exactly. And, anyway, the problem with, me and my words here is that I try so hard to get the right pronunciation that my face does not emote. I forget to, like, move my face and stuff like that when I do with, like, normal, other videos where I know what I'm talking about. And it's not the intro. And, like, what I'm doing right now with, like, my hands and within, also my eyebrows as well and the size of my eyes. Even, like, the size, like, even, like, my mouth coming up right here. That's also a little bit of stuff that you don't get with the intro because I'm trying so hard. But before we get into that, though, if you don't know who I am, hi, I'm SanicBoi, just Sonic News. The reason sometimes the video I say, so if you could, please like and subscribe, because we're trying to 4,000 subscribers whenever we do that, and the likes really help me out in the algorithm. Also, I live stream every Saturday at 11 a.m. PST and 2 p.m. EST. Please just come check it out. We always have so much fun. Like, see? Like, I barely moved my face at all. Even then, like, I think the most movement that I did with my head was, like, from this to this. From this to this. Like, it's almost... Because I got it down pretty much pat right now, but because it's mostly because I don't have any stakes right now. Like, I can just go and do it. But there actually is some stakes when I'm recording a video because it needs to actually sound good because that's being pushed out to a bunch of people who I don't know. So that's their, like, big first impression of me, so I have to, like, pronunciate. And it's just a really big bad thing where, yeah, he says everything correctly, but look at his face! He doesn't move! Do I really want to be watching this guy for the next however long he does this? Like, exactly, that's my point. I use a PNG so I don't have to worry about that. That's true. That's one of the things that I would have liked to have done. If I was to go back and do something different, obviously I would still want to have the background. But I think I wouldn't, like, be on camera. I feel like I'd be behind camera or, like, use a microphone and, like, talk through that and then have, like, a image of something move across the screen. And then maybe, like, reveal my face at, like, 100,000 or maybe, even, like, 10,000. I think I would have done that. But, yeah. But regardless, I feel like it's been fine. And it's also another thing, too. Alongside my emoting, actually this is emoting, what I generally tend to do because I need to, mentally, I need to compensate for the lack of emoting, I will move my hands. Now, oftentimes, you guys will not see that. Sometimes they do come on camera like they're doing right now, and I just talk, and I talk, and I talk, and, like, my hands just keep doing the movement. But oftentimes, when I'm doing stuff like the intro, I need to compensate because I barely... Better? Better? Guys? Guys! Is it back? Yes, let's go, finally. Okay. Ooh. Second time that's happened so far. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. when I'm doing stuff like the intro, when I'm focusing very hard on making the pronunciation sound good, I don't emote. And for hand movements and stuff like that, y'all know Eggman N? Let's just say I was thinking of a different word. I spelled it wrong in this. Oh, wow. That's too bad. That's really unfortunate. Can't hear. Hold up. Can you guys hear? Does the audio sound weird? Might just be on my phone. Okay. Anyway, so there's not really a bunch of like need for like hand motions in my intro because I'm not like talking about like a big thing. Like if I was talking like a big thing, like this is like a really like if I want to emphasize, there's nothing I need to like emphasize. That's really one of the main reasons you'll see me use my hands when I'm doing something is to emphasize. Oftentimes I will just keep them to my sides or so what I end up doing, especially with my intro, is that I do this with my hands. Like, and you guys won't see that. I'm doing it right now, and it's just kind of down here. What you will see though is like my shoulders moving to match that hand movement. But which can kind of look weird in certain situations. But I feel like I keep it to a minimum. But still, that's how my brain mentally like compensates for the lack of emotion. Is that I like use hand motions and do that stuff. Read my comment. Hold up. How'd you like my channel intro? I haven't seen it yet. But anyway, yeah. So if you want a little inner workings to the mind of SanicBoi, there you go. But it's just such a weird thing to try to balance, especially when I'm wondering on camera. I'm just wondering who at Sega had the idea to name Eggman that. It's definitely off of like negative. Like there's no way that's anything else but that. Like, because negative has the same first 4 letters as, I don't feel comfortable saying it, but regardless, because I can guarantee you that will get clipped. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, that's the inner workings of SanicBoi. Like, and that's only just like a little piece. What's good, Sonic Moshi? How are we doing today, man? Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, you're probably gonna get clipped if you say it, so yeah. I would much rather, like, get clipped and I know I didn't say it than, like, just straight up saying it and, like, not getting clipped. If you know what I'm saying? Like, this mug is shaped so weird. Because this outside part, there's no, like, in part. It doesn't look like a hexagon on the inside. I mean, it kind of does, but there's, like, indents on the inside that shape the outside. It just looks really weird. Anyway, yeah. Inner workings of SanicBoi. But, yeah, though. I don't know if that's, like, ADHD or something like that, where I constantly have to... Or even, like, a little bit of autism. I have no clue. One might look at this channel and say I am a little bit, but obviously, strange opinion. Do you watch anime? I have watched anime. I don't really like watch it on the regular. I've seen obviously like the Pokemon show. I've seen that counts as an anime, right? As well as like Sonic X. Obviously, I've seen Sonic X. I also watched like the first a season and a half of My Hero Academia. Could not get into it like at all. But yeah, it was just meh, kind of. I don't hate anime. I just think, like, I haven't found the one for me yet. Like, I don't know if that's going to be Dragon Ball. I don't know if that's going to be, like, Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, or, like, Jujutsu Kaisen, or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't know, but, you know. If you could eat a Sonic character, what would it be? Pokey. Like the pig. Pokey. Yeah, that'd be mine, personally. Sonic X gives me nostalgia. Yeah. What's good, Heroes Productions? See, Sonic X, obviously that's how I got into the franchise, and my earliest memory with the franchise is me watching the Perfect Chaos episode of Sonic X. But yeah. Uh, in retrospect, Sonic X is really boring, especially the first and second season. The second season, not nearly as much because it actually takes some elements from the franchise. And then the third season is just literally like a big... there's one overarching saga throughout the entire thing, so you're invested in the big story. But... See, season 1, it's real boring. Like, you remember that, I think it was the 5th episode. Or maybe the 2nd one. I don't quite know. Maybe even the 3rd one. Where, like, they all meet Knuckles. Like, Sonic and Knuckles fights were kind of cool, but, like, that's really it. The episode is just kind of boring. You see the new foot-tapping Sonic figure? Yeah, that thing's pretty old, isn't it? Like, it's this sun-activated one. So, it's just the, he's just the foot-tapping. Yeah. I've seen it. My lava lamp is still going. It says not to do it for more than like 12 hours, so I should probably turn that off. Hold up. And one last little thing about like the whole video making in terms of like being on camera. The final editing process is like really funny. Because oftentimes I make so many mistakes. And my general rule of thumb is that when I'm editing a video, about a fourth of its runtime will be cut out. Or anywhere from like a fourth to a fifth or a fourth of the runtime will be cut out. Like, just because I mess up that many times, or I don't talk for a certain period of time, or I take too long, like starting a new recording or something like that. So that's my general rule of thumb. And I will not remove more than like 10 minutes of a video. Like, unless I really have to. There are also some times where I think a point like is kind of invalid, or like I am repeating myself, so I will just delete that video clip. But yeah, tried to watch X, but I couldn't. It was boring. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Sonic X isn't all that. Sonic X is not all that. Sonic X isn't all that. I'm sorry, it's not. Might be the second worst Sonic show. Sorry, it might. Like, it just doesn't function as a Sonic show. And I feel like it doesn't use that to its advantage. Whereas Sonic Boom, while not being inherently a Sonic show, uses that to its advantage. In terms of its writing, in terms of its setups, in terms of its comedy. I feel like they did a really good job there, the team over at the Sonic Boom show. But yeah. SanicBoi, read your... Dude, how many times am I going to have to read your comment? I'll post a 3D animation of the Sonic tapping his foot. Alright, cool. Please say Chicken Jockey. Chicken Jockey! I don't know how to do a good Jack Black. Politics, am I right? Yeah. That's a knee slapper right there. But, never watched Sonic X Episode 3 Season 1 if your parents are in the room? Dude, what? What happens in that episode? No, I'm thinking because Sonic and the gang are trying to go find a Chaos Emerald, and then they meet Knuckles in the middle of the woods who's also tracking something. Wait, what? Remember the beginning? What happens in the beginning? I kind of remember what you're talking about. What? No, I kind of remember something, like, provocative or, like, suggestive happening at the beginning, but I don't remember what it was. I kind of remember it. Very faintly. But yeah. Ah. That's right. I remember that. Okay. Was I thinking of the same episode then? Hold up. Wait, what? I don't know. Ah. That was the beach episode, right? Was that episode 3? Was it? It doesn't really matter. If you could be a version of Sonic, which would it be? Movie Sonic, definitely. Are you unhappy? Are you happy? Kind of. Sure. Whatever. I'm pretty satisfied, is what I'll say. However, that's a good question. That's a good philosophical question right there. Does happiness provided with satisfaction? Are you automatically happy when you're satisfied? Or is happiness the inherent feeling of satisfaction? I don't think the two are like inherently tied to each other or anything like that, because obviously you can feel satisfied without feeling happy, or vice versa. But yeah, I don't even know why I started this, dude. This is so stupid. But regardless, though, yeah, I feel like that would be an interesting discussion, though. Maybe. But yeah. Bro, I wish they brought Dark Sonic into the game, K. He's such a cool concept. I think he's cool, like, in theory. I think in practice, they shouldn't have used him. Because, like, a dark, evil version of Sonic, I feel like, obviously, yeah, that's really cool. But, like, where do you take that beyond, right? Did you watch the Minecraft movie yet? Yes, I watched it a couple weeks ago. I think back at the beginning of when it released. Alright, by Sonic Animations. Because they haven't really done much to, like, expand Supersonic, so hold up. Anyway, they haven't really done much to expand Supersonic, so Supersonic has been, like, progressively getting less cool to me. Until Sonic Frontiers, then I really thought they stepped it up, because then they brought in Supersonic 2 and then Cybersonic. So I'm a little satisfied there. But, Dark Sonic, they haven't really, like, done much with them. They just showed them, like, destroying some robots, like, in an official capacity. And then that's pretty much it. He just kind of, like, calmed down. So, I think the way they Dark Sonic is an inherently cool idea, but I think the way they used them was more so just, like, as a temper tantrum. They didn't really do much, like, beyond that. And I feel like that's kind of what makes them a little boring to me. I feel like it could be done well. But I don't think, like, in certain, like, fan comics, I've seen them done really well. But, I think otherwise, the way they've used them so far is just bad. I know it sounded unlikely, Dark Sonic for the movies, but it would have been interesting. Yeah, I could see that. Definitely, like, I feel like, yeah, with the situation that we have now, where Dark Sonic is in canon, by SanicBoi, not yet, it hasn't been an hour yet, but, yeah, I feel like with what we've had now, Supersonic being angry is also pretty cool. No, it has not Sonic animations. I know when it's been an hour. Just stop doing that. It'll be an hour when I say it's an hour. So, unless we want to go longer, but we can't because I have stuff going on today. Anyway, yeah, I feel like it's just an inherently cool idea that's just been like really misused throughout the franchise. But now it has officially been an hour, so thank you all so much for showing up to the live stream. I will see you all in whatever I do next, whether it be a video short or, heck, maybe even another live stream. I will see you all then. Bye.